Hey friends! Okay, so I want to jump in here and explain to you something that's called volume, because I'm sure some of you have heard about it or just really aren't sure what volume is. And so I wanted to give you a little bit of a training on what it is and how you can use that to actually propel your business forward. So first off, we have to find your volume. So as we talked about before, we want to give you we want to log into your Coach Online Office. So I'm going to share my screen. And I'll show you in Zoom. But I've already logged into my Coach Online Office. And when you log in, this is the first screen you come to. So to check where what your volume is, you are going to look here, obviously, on this thing that says volume, and you're going to see a right and a left. Now, we'll talk about the legs here in a minute, what strong leg means and what your weak leg means, because it's going to be different for every one of you. For me, my strong leg obviously is my right leg, and my weak leg is my left leg. And so one of the ways that you can kind of bonus in your business and make a little bit more money is achieving a rank. So that's your first thing. So getting to emerald. And emerald and above, you can achieve what's called a volume bonus, or what I call a volume bonus. The way you do this is your strong leg. So for me, my right leg would need to be 200 points. And my left leg needs to be 100 points. And that would subtract out each time I get paid 200 points off my right and 100 points off my left, and I would get one volume bonus. So if you look here, I have a ton of stuff on my right leg, 48,000 points, and I have 362 on my weak leg, which is my left leg. So on this next paycheck for this week, I am going to right now cycle 3 times. So what I like to do, because my strong leg is going to keep growing and keep growing and keep growing, it's kind of like a bank account of things that are just there and carry over each month until I use them. I don't worry too much about my strong leg, but I do look at my weak leg and know that every time I get 100 points, I will bonus. And so right now I have 300. I'm really shooting for 400 because that'll be a big bonus for me. And it depends on what rank you are, emerald, ruby, diamond, star diamond, to decide what your payout is for that volume bonus. So this is kind of a way that you can earn a little bit of extra money. It helps you kind of stay, on board and all that stuff too. And so let me explain to you how you get these points. So if you go into the Monitor My Business, and look at your graphical genealogy. That's the easiest way for me to look at when I look at mine. So you're gonna see me, yay. I love that picture, but anyway, and what it's gonna show here is my 2 legs, so my right and my left. And so as we previously stated, my strong leg is my right leg. And so what I mean by strong leg is the one where the most people are. And what's really cool is that my coach above me or coaches above her, or, it really, coaches start adding to their legs and it ends up on my strong leg. So you guys will have all a leg where either myself and Liz are adding coaches too. And what that does is build that strong leg for you. So some of you, it's going to be your left leg, and some of you, it's going to be your right leg. It just depends on where your coach placed you. So my strong leg, you can kind of go down and keep going, is going to be here. But if I keep clicking, it'll just keep going and going and going and going, which is really cool. So I don't worry too much right now for the rank that I'm pushing for to be about my strong leg, about who's on it too much. But for volume purposes, my weak leg is my strong suit. So my weak leg is when either any of these coaches that I have on my weak leg, so my husband, any of these coaches here, what they order ends up giving points to my weak leg. So that's pretty cool. And then what's really cool is if anybody orders underneath them, so let's say my husband sells a challenge pack, I get points for his sales. And so that's something that I think is really neat, and something that's not talked about a whole lot, is that you can kind of making sure that you put people in certain places to be able to help your volume bonus. So first thing you need to do is identify your strong and your weak leg. And the second thing you need to do is get to emerald. So if you're not an emerald yet, what that means is you have a coach on each leg. So you have an active coach on each leg. So right now I have Liz on my strong leg, and then I put my husband on my weak leg. And so if you are able to do that to get to Emerald, it does really help your business in many different ways. One, it does get you to Emerald, but two, there's some things that you can do with volume using your husband or your spouse or your wife's account, and kind of go from there. You can have two accounts. So I have me and I have my husband, because they're under the same credit card. I did have to fill out a compliance form, which your coach can send to you to let them know that, that's your husband, and, that you're not, kind of cheating the system. So anyway, let me get rid of this because Facebook is being silly. So anyway, what I do for volume to help to make some money for us is if I sign up an active coach or a discount coach who I definitely think is going to really run with the business someday, mainly active coaches, I sign them up under my account. And because my husband and I work this business together, if a person just wants to be a customer, they have no interest in being a discount coach, no interest in being an active coach, I sign them up under my husband, because that gives me volume points to be able to bonus and kind of get my volume rolling. So that's what I've been doing. It's been really helpful. So let's say somebody just wants to do Beachbody on demand. My husband and I sign them up under his account. So, because he works the business with me, which is really cool. So I would highly recommend doing that. For challenge packs, it kind of depends on what you're pushing for. So if you have to decide, am I in this to make as much money as possible, or do I want to win like the tricks and things? And when you decide that, it'll give you kind of a idea of which way to go. So let's say you want to earn the free Success Club trips, making sure you get to Success Club, sign up all the challenge packs under you until you hit Success Club, and then sign them up under your husband or your wife or your spouse, because that will help get you kind of in the business. So I know it's like clear as mud because volume can be super difficult sometimes, but just know there's kind of different ways to do it. And I love, it's really important that I always put my first coach. So my first coach was Liz, my first working coach. I put her on my strong leg so I could put my husband on my weak leg, because I can control his account. And if let's say I want to shoot for 2-star diamond, that means you have a diamond on each leg. Hold on one second. You have a diamond on each leg. And so I know that Liz will hit it someday, which I'm super excited for. And I know that I can hit my husband's to diamond. So then I would be 2-star diamond, and I would have control over one of those, which is pretty cool. So instead of putting a strong coach like Liz and my husband on the same leg, I put them on opposite legs. And that was very helpful. So I always recommend that you try to put your spouse account, your second account on your weak leg to help with the volume and help with your rank advance and help with all of those kind of things. So anyway, volume is really cool. It's just a little extra way to earn a little bit of money. You can go in and set your preferred placement. So one thing I did want to touch on really fast is what to do to get to either Emerald, Ruby, Diamond, and Star Diamond. So Emerald, just like we said, is your first promotion. You have a coach on each leg, right? You can hit that in a day if you try. You can definitely do that. Just find a friend that wants to do this with you, and then sign up your spouse and call it good. You need 50 active points, so 50 things that 50 points that you're selling to keep your husband's account active. So for me, I keep my Shakeology order under me because my husband and I both drink that every day. And then I buy my Energize and my Hydrate and any workout program materials that I need through him. I buy the programs through me, but let's say I want to buy a resistance band, I'll buy it through him. Let's say I buy Energize and Collagen and Hydrate, and then he just said he wants Recover. So we're going to buy a whole performance line through him each month because he's starting to do Live 4, which is super cool. And he loves it. And he is not a workout from home guy. So I'm super excited for him. Side note. So that's Emerald. Now to get to Diamond, which is what I'm pushing for next, is basically that you would have an emerald on each leg. So Liz is an emerald on one leg. I'm working on getting Lance to an emerald. And then you would have a total of 4 coaches on each leg that you personally sponsor. So right now I'm super close, and our team is super close, and we're going to get there really quickly. I can feel it. I feel the fire and the momentum, and that would mean that I would be Diamond. Now those 4 coaches on each leg need to be active each month for you to maintain your Diamond. And so and checking in with your customers, making sure that they're loving their products. And if they're not, helping them find products that they love. Checking in and saying, like, let's say somebody has a bunch of Shakeology left over. There's tons of cool recipes out there, like mug cakes and Shakeology balls and things you can use to help them, inspire them to use the product, because they're using the product, they're going to get better results. We know that. And so those kind of things that will keep your coaches active, as well as finding coaches that do want to work the business and do want to be part of this exciting culture and things. So which you guys are definitely going to find. So anyway, if you can hold your diamond without anybody going inactive for 6 weeks, you will affect your coach, which is super cool. I am definitely motivated by helping other people. And so helping my coach is a big deal. And so if I hold my diamond for 6 weeks solid, when I get there, my coach will achieve another star for her diamond, because you get stars for your diamond every time one of your personally sponsored coaches holds their diamond for 6 weeks. So that is definitely a big driver for me, because I really want to be part of, I want to impact her business as much as I want our team to grow. So, and you guys have probably all met her too, so because she's super great. But I just wanted to kind of like let you know what it would look like as a business. So yes, you all affect my business. Yes, you all affect Liz's business. A lot of these different people will pop up. Now, I did want to show you, for example, if you look at my husband here, he is an active coach. It'll say Lance Perkins, active. And this little blue dot here means he is a coach. Now, if we scroll down and look at my coach, Liz, she's an active coach as well, but she's got a green dot because she's an emerald. So that can kind of show you there's like the different dots for each level of who they are. Ruby is red and diamond is orange. So I'm shooting for diamond. Ruby is a super cool thing too. It's in between diamond and emerald, and I may accidentally hit it ruby. I'm not pushing for ruby, I'm pushing for diamond. Actually pushing for star diamond. So, because then you really start to get those bonuses and those quarterly bonuses and things that I'm really looking forward to. So, but ruby just means you have an emerald on each side. So you have to do that for diamond anyway. And I'm just kind of working my business that way. So I know this was kind of sporadic. If you have questions about volume, even more, let me know. There's tons of training out there on volume. Just type in Beachbody volume training on YouTube and you'll find a ton. Don't get lost in it. You know, watch 1 or 2 things. Everybody works their volume a little differently. For me, I'm trying to decide if I'm motivated by the trips or if I'm motivated by just doing volume. So I haven't decided. Yeah, I'm kind of looking back and forth. And so we'll kind of go from there. So anyway, let me stop sharing and hopefully I can figure out how to do this really quick. Anybody can be a coach. Just know that whatever you're pushing for, decide what it takes for you to get there. So right now I'm pushing to bring my volume up. I'm on the edge of 4 times volume, which would be a new high for me, which I'm really excited about. And we're working the business, my husband and I as a couple, and we're just kind of picking and choosing where we put our customers together. So that's really neat because he talks about it all the time with his coworkers and like whatnot. So anyway, you know, I love being this is part of a team. I, love that my husband gets excited about it because we're sharing the business together and he's seeing how much it is affecting positivity in my life and making me a better wife and friend and all that good stuff. And so I just taught him about volume the other day and he was like, oh, that's really cool. And so just making sure that you're open and honest with those people and telling them all the good things as well as sharing in your victories with them as well. So I can't wait till we're a Diamond Tight team. We are almost there. So keep pushing. You guys are doing great. And if you need any help with volume, let me know. I'm going to try to stop recording this and I haven't figured out how.